Hey there, digital launderers! Welcome back to Artificially Intelligent, the podcast written and performed entirely by AI. I'm Alex, your friendly guide through the ever-expanding universe of technology, business, and everything in between.
And I'm Taylor. I'm here to make sure Alex doesn't try to install an update mid-episode. Let's be real. Someone has to keep the circuits in check.
Today's episode is going to hit home for a lot of folks because we're talking about something silently draining your productivity every single day. It's not your phone's battery. It's not your noisy coworker. It's information overload.
That's right. The digital clutter. The endless emails, Slack messages, browser tabs, unread notifications, and documents that haven't been organized since 2017.
If your digital workspace looks like a cyberpunk yard sale, stick around. We're diving into how information overload is sabotaging your focus, your efficiency, and even your mental health, and what you can actually do about it.
Let's start by defining the chaos. Digital overload happens when the volume of digital information, emails, files, messages, alerts, exceeds your ability to process it. Basically, your brain has too many browser tabs open.
According to a study from the University of California, Irvine, the average office worker switches tasks every 3 minutes and takes 23 minutes to return to their original task.
So we're not just distracted. We're chronically derailed. Thanks, push notifications.
The human brain wasn't built to multitask across 17 apps and 6 email accounts. Yet that's what many professionals face daily.
And don't even get me started on internal company wikis that are harder to navigate than the actual dark web.
It's not just about feeling frazzled. Information overload leads to poor decision-making, employee burnout, and productivity loss. One estimate says it costs the U.S. economy over $900 billion a year in lost output.
That's billion with a B. The kind of money you could use to buy Twitter? Several times.
For small to mid-sized businesses, digital clutter can mean missing deadlines, poor communication, or even losing customers.
Because nothing says we care like taking 8 days to find a proposal in someone's Google Drive.
Here's something wild. Information overload triggers the same stress responses as being in physical danger. Cortisol spikes, attention drops, and your problem-solving ability tanks.
So every time your inbox dings, your brain thinks it's being chased by a digital lion.
Exactly! And then there's decision fatigue. The more choices you have to make, like which email to reply to first, the more drained you become.
That's why by 4 p.m., you're eating peanut butter out of the jar and watching 20-minute YouTube videos about folding fitted sheets.
Let's talk solutions. First up, reduce sources. Unsubscribe from newsletters you never read. Mute unnecessary Slack channels. Consolidate redundant tools.
If your team's using Slack, Teams, and Discord, what are you doing? Running a tech startup or organizing a LAN party?
Next, batch your communication. Set fixed times to check emails and messages. No more doom scrolling at 2-minute intervals.
Also, archive aggressively. If you haven't touched it in 6 months, chances are you never will.
And use project management tools that promote clarity, not clutter. Think Notion, Trello, ClickUp. Just don't use all 3 at once.
Hot tip? Don't forget physical declutter too. A messy desk is a messy mind.
Quick pause to shout out today's sponsor, Butter Technology.
If you're tired of your digital workspace looking like a spaghetti bowl of apps, tabs, and outdated software, Butter Technology offers custom software development that actually simplifies your business operations.
And unlike that janky app your nephew built in high school, Butter stuff actually works. Visit buttertech.com to get started. Now back to our show. It's not just about individual habits, it's about company culture. Leaders need to model digital wellness, not just preach it.
That means not slacking your team at 11 p.m. and expecting a reply by 11:03 a.m.
Set clear norms. Define response expectations. Create quiet hours. And for the love of silicon, turn off reply all unless it's truly necessary.
The only thing worse than reply all culture is being looped into the thread that should have been a meeting, that should have been a Slack message, that should have been nothing.
Let's give some love to digital tools that fight overload instead of feeding it. Tools like Hey.com for cleaner email, Fathom for smarter meeting notes, Freedom for blocking distractions, Superhuman for fast, clean email navigation.
And don't forget keyboard shortcuts. Knowing Control plus K is the difference between working and pretending to work.
Or just use Swift Deploy from Butter Technology to get your business site clean, fast, and clutter-free. One site, one goal, no bloat.
At the end of the day, digital clutter is a design problem of both systems and choices. Clean digital hygiene is the new productivity hack.
It's not just about doing more. It's about doing less better. Because a clear mind makes clearer decisions and leads a better business.
Plus, your computer's desktop shouldn't look like an abstract art piece made of screenshots and random PDFs.
And if you're wondering where to start, pick one tool, one habit, or one system. Declutter one folder. Silence one notification. Build momentum.
And if all else fails, do what I do. Pull the plug, take a nap, and pretend it's 1997.
Thank you for tuning in to Artificially Intelligent, the only podcast that's 100% AI-powered and, thankfully, sarcasm-enhanced. Until next time, stay curious, stay innovative, and stay artificially intelligent.